haven't found all the echoes. Citoyen Bay.
Ah, mademoiselle. Well, what news?
Goodbye, Citoyen Bay. Vive le Nast. Citoyen Lavoisier. I did not find the warehouse.
Vraiment? It's near Les Invalides, not far from Monsieur de Vaucanson's workshop.
Goodbye, and down with... Citoyen Robespierre.
Madame.
Are you making any progress with your...
No, madame.
If we knew what these lanterns were made of, perhaps...
Where should I start?
Start by poking around the factories. That's where the automats were forged. I'd wager...
Were you present when the estate...
Oui, madame. I had a front row seat. We laid bare before the king the so he had the people's At least we only had to contend with soldiers made of flesh and blood. Positively angelic compared to the machines that have swept through Paris.
Goodbye and death. Citoyen Mirabeau. I found a broken cane. Do you know who it belongs to?
Well, Yes. And I'm willing to bet you're looking for a certain...
That's right.
Well, you'd need to look a little further east, mademoiselle, because this cane belongs, or belonged, to a certain Franz Anton Mesmer.
Mesmer, the prince of charlatans.
Good heavens, it's been a long time since I've heard his name.
5 years, to be exact, since your learned commission denounced his theories.
It wasn't long after that when he disappeared.
Mesmer. Eugène de Vaucanson said that name before he died. Can you tell me more about him?
He was a mystical healer who was once popular with the upper class. I myself attended several of his sessions.
You mentioned a commission.
The king did not look kindly on the healer's popularity within the court. This led him to appoint a commission from the Royal Academy of Sciences.
An institution to which Monsieur Bailly and I have the honor to belong. We were asked to investigate his alleged powers.
The experiments that we performed allowed us to determine that Monsieur Mesmer's activities were pure charlatanism, a conclusion that destroyed his successful career the moment it was published.
But there was something, Sylvain. A tiny flow of energy that my devices were able to measure.
My dear colleague, must I remind you again that we were never able to reproduce your observations? It was obviously a momentary failure of your equipment.
Perhaps. I'd like to be sure of it.
When and how did Monsieur Mesmer disappear?
The denunciation of his techniques was the start of a long descent into hell for Monsieur Mesmer. He was abandoned by his clients and resumed his research in virtual secrecy. I think he was hoping to perfect his so-called science and restore his reputation with the Academy.
A hope that led him to associate himself with that dastardly Cagliostro. God only knows what experiments they may have carried out. In any case, their collaboration did not last long. Monsieur Mesmer left the kingdom overnight to return to his mother country.
Why did he leave so quickly?
That is a mystery. But those who saw him that morning say it was as if he had the devil at his heels.
This is true. He left in such a hurry that he abandoned everything he owned. Furniture, belongings, and scientific equipment. And it seems that Cagliostro has inherited this treasure.
Is that so? Well, if what you say is true, that broken cane must have passed into the Count's hands.
Yes, it's likely.
This adventurer from who knows where is quite a mysterious character. And he has been very busy recently. I've been able to observe him from my apartments, making frequent visits to Rue Saint-Honoré, on the Tuileries side. I wonder what he was doing there.
What were Monsieur Mesmer's theories?
He is a proponent of a theory called animal magnetism. He claimed to be able to channel a purported universal healing fluid by passing his hands over patients and using magnets.
He also cobbled together a whole array of mad devices, each stranger than the last. Unfortunately, despite all his attempts, I don't know that he ever cured anyone.
What happened during Monsieur Mesmer's treatment sessions?
Oh, they were quite a spectacle to behold. Imagine well-born ladies afflicted with perfectly imaginary illnesses. A dimly lit room where incense has been burned to intoxicate the amiable servants, and the great Mesmer. Oh, you should have seen them. Du théâtre, ma chère. Pure theater.
Citoyen Necker.
Pardon me, madame. Eh bien, do you come bearing good news?
I'm not done investigating yet.
Don't give up, I beg you. Remember, the last time I saw my poor wife, that's in the Faubourg Saint-Germain. As for the bonds, you'll find them in the Armoire de Fer, in the Palais des Tuileries.
General Lafayette.
Do you need help, Aegis?
General, there is an alarming rumor about you going around.
Huh. Just one, is there?
You are accused of having delivered the troops who had gathered in the Place Dauphine over to the king.
Calumny. This is nothing less than vile slander. I am the staunchest opponent of the bloodthirsty tyrant who claims to rule us. What's more, I did not call for the uprising. The National Guard came together on their own. This was the work of soldiers who rebelled and called on the people to rise up and defend Paris. It was only after they had gathered that the troops asked me to lead them. Alas, I was too late. But tell me, where did you hear this rumor?
From Marat.
Marat. It's always Marat. Ah, if I'd gotten hold of him. Me. Throwing the I see the Duc d'Orléans' hand in this. A prince from exile. The wretch will stop at nothing to bring down the dynasty, but I don't intend to let it happen.
I went to the meeting point you indicated. I had an unexpected encounter there.
Get to the facts. Who did you meet there?
Madame de Polignac, the Queen's favorite. She made no secret of her reason for being in that desolate place. So now I know all about the precious cargo that is the cause of your great concern.
Seigneur. The children. What happened? Tell me that nothing bad has happened to them.
That remains to be determined. One thing is certain. The evidence points to an ambush by the Duc d'Orléans' men.
How that?
This ambush could not have taken place without
A plague on Orléans and his damned informants.
That still remains to be seen. It seemed 3 of them lost their lives.
Excellent. I bet it was my hussars who sent the vermin running. But why the hell haven't they reported to me yet?
Only they could tell you that.
Would you be so kind as to go and find them? The lives of these poor children hang in the balance. My hussars are stationed at Les Invalides. That's from where they were to set off for Gros Caillou.
I went to the meeting point you indicate. I had an
Get to...
Madame, she made it.
What happened?
That the evidence...
How?
That 3 of them...
Excellent.
Only they could tell you.
Would you be so... My hussars are...
Goodbye, Jean. And down.
How is your research on Nicholas Flamel?
I have done nothing.
Don't take too long. Don't forget that the tomb is in the church isn't far from the Hôtel de...
You still have no news from Citoyen Brissot?
Indeed, we wait in vain, and our hopes are beginning to fade.
He knew we were to meet here at the first blood spilt by the king.
Mes amis, we must fear the worst.
Can you think of any place he might have sought refuge?
No, not at all.
May I venture a speculation?
By all means, Monsieur le Comte.
These past few weeks, Brissot has been invariably accompanied by a young fanatic he met in Versailles.
Ah, yes. The Amazon. What was her name?
Mademoiselle Théroigne de Méricourt. She goes on about this grand patriotic project of hers to anyone that will listen. She wishes to raise a battalion of female combatants, ready to lay down their lives for the nation. A curious passion, isn't it?
Who knows, monsieur? Only time will tell.
In any case, our proud Athena seems to have won the trust of a number of Third Estate deputies, including Monsieur Brissot. Perhaps she will have some information about him she'll be willing to share with us.
But you'd have to know where to find your Amazon.
It just so happens that Mademoiselle Théroigne de Méricourt holds court just a stone's throw from here. 8 Rue de Tournon. No doubt Aegis will be able to make her way there without any trouble. We need only hope that our Amazon has taken shelter there to escape the royal terror.
Monseigneur.
What can I do for you, Aegis?
Goodbye.
If that is your dear, then so...
Did you go to the Hôtel de Massiac?
No, not yet.
Remember, it's by Les Halles, just west of the Marché des Innocents.
Goodbye, and may liberty... She's gone off alone to rescue Citoyen Brissot. It's a fool's errand. I must help her at all costs.